we had promised earlier on, we have an update headed your way from Six Nations elected council chief, Mark Hill. Welcome, Chief Hill.
Thanks for having me, Al.
So it's been a quiet week pretty much, eh?
Yes.
Knock on wood?
Yeah. Well, somewhat quiet. My office is still crazy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. Again, I think moving forward, what we'll be doing is providing these updates every Friday at 11 a.m. through CKRZ and at noon through Jacasa Radio. Again, we are doing this to continue to keep our community informed on the businesses, the business that is arising related to COVID-19 and other business through the council table. So I'm here to provide an update for this week.
Excellent.
Okay, so thank you, Al. Scan out Sago and good morning, Six Nations. I hope this message finds you at home, safe and healthy. I would like to begin by providing an update on the numbers of our COVID-19 cases. To date, we have had 11 positive cases, 8 that have been resolved, 1 death, and 2 active cases with over 400 tests completed. I think we're doing a good job by keeping our numbers down, but we must continue exactly what we have been doing over these past weeks, which is to continue practicing social distancing, constantly washing our hands, disinfecting commonly touched surfaces, and that if you're experiencing any symptoms, to begin self-isolation right away and call our COVID-19 call center at 1-855-977-7737 or 226-446-9909. The next update I would like to provide is on our new vehicle ID system that is going to be happening at our checkpoints. As some of you may have received in your mailbox, a brown envelope which includes a letter on what to expect at the checkpoints, along with one ID pass. It is also further information for community members requiring additional passes for other vehicles or drivers, or for members living off the territory. And so what we're doing and what you can expect at the checkpoints, that all Six Nations band members are allowed on and off the territory regardless of residency, and that their vehicle ID must be visible on the dashboard. 2, that barcode random checks may occur. 3, that if there are 3 or more individuals in a vehicle, that further checks may occur, including presentations of status cards of each passenger. 4, that barcodes and status cards will be checked through the window. And that 5, anyone making a delivery will need proof of an invoice or work order regardless of what type of delivery. And that we ask everyone to please slow down and respect each of the checkpoints. Again, for community members requiring those additional passes, or for members living off the territory, you can pick up additional vehicle IDs at the Six Nations Bingo Hall parking lot this weekend. So from Saturday, May 2nd through till Monday, May 4th. Council will be set up from 9 a.m. till noon at the Bingo Hall parking lot. You will need to bring your status card or Haudenosaunee ID card to receive the additional passes, or if you have not received any through the mail. Again, if you have not received them through the mail, I know majority of them will be finished today through the mail. Also, in terms of essential services and deliveries, you can also pick up the vehicle IDs at the same time in locations. Again, that's Saturday, May 2nd through Monday, May 4th, from 9 a.m. till noon at the Six Nations Bingo Hall parking lot. And again, if you have any questions, to please call 519-717-6639 or email the contact page on our COVID-19 website at www.sixnationscovid19.ca//contact. Again, for businesses requiring passes for non-resident employees, they can also contact the hotline number again at 519-717-6639 for further details on receiving those passes. Again, we realize one of the things that I do want to note, the paper passes that have been in effect will be null and void effective Friday, May 8th. So we're doing that as a transition phase to get to as many of our members the passes, the new vehicle ID passes, and so that again we can help mitigate the the confusion and frustration. If there's any questions, again, we are asking to contact the hotline. The next piece that again I would like to, I know that was kind of the priority update that I wanted to provide, but moving into the next piece, in terms of the services that we have been waiving, we're looking to the potential extension for the water and sewage services. So we're asking that you please stay tuned for the decision in terms of that on the water and sewage services in our next edition of our newsletter. The next piece that I wanted to get into is in terms of our phased opening. I want to a little bit just elaborate on that piece in terms of our businesses. So for now, we are in status quo for our closure. It is again monitored and assessed on a weekly basis. But again, we have to do this in a methodical and strategic way. The last thing that we want is an influx of traffic in our community and the potential to see a rise in our cases of COVID-19. So we have to do this again very smart. And I think, you know, by the way that the emergency control group and the directive that is going to council is the extension for the next 30 days. And again, it's being reassessed and assessed on a weekly basis. But for now, we are in status quo with the checkpoints and the implementation of our new ID passes. Again, one of the goals and further information will be forthcoming in terms of what that phased approach looks like and timelines and things like that. The other area is in terms of we need to practice and look to the health and safety and what that looks like in doing business. So the implementation of protocols and looking at establishment of a health and safety code of conduct. Because we want to make sure as we move forward and that, you know, we're still maintaining that the top priority is the health and safety of this community while still looking to the protection of our economy. So again, we are planning for the future. We are, again, doing this very methodically and strategically, and those plans will be forthcoming once, again, they are finalized. We want to make sure, again, that all of our businesses have everything they need to protect themselves, their staff, and our overall community as well. So we're looking at those areas so that we can, again, be best supportive to our businesses during this time. The other area that I wanted to touch on is in terms of my conversations and discussions that I've had with both the provincial and federal governments. They continue to happen on a daily basis. And one of those, again, in many discussions that I've had and continue to voice strong language that we do need additional funding to support our businesses. I know some of the calls that I receive in my office in terms of, you know, small businesses that have had the concerns of, you know, they have, say, for example, rent that's due now, and they have bills that are due now. And so, you know, we're really looking to see and pushing that we could have an actual business emergency relief fund and what that looks like. And again, conversations are still being had, and we'll continue those conversations so again that we're best supportive of our businesses. We realize it's a difficult time and that they are being impacted by the closures and so forth of all the events that have been happening related to COVID-19. But again, we want to make them feel rest assured that we are advocating on their behalf best, and we'll continue to do so and provide further updates to that piece. In terms of the internet, I know we've had to do a lot of shifting over to technology, and I know that we have issues with our internet coverage across the territory. Again, we are in discussions, and we are making some progress. I have another meeting next week set up, again, to look at the overall internet coverage of our territory. You know, the end goal is that every home should have a device with good internet coverage, and that we will continue to work towards that. Again, that's an issue again that is not going to happen overnight, but we are looking at the interim as well into the short-term solutions as to how we can be best supportive in that area. If you may have noticed, to some of our seniors, we have delivered care packages to some of our seniors from council. We hope that you enjoyed those packages. And again, we're just looking to check in on each of our elders through our housing units, and looking to make sure that they're okay and that, again, you know, that we're thinking of them during this difficult time, and we just wanted to show a small token that we are thinking of them and keeping them in our thoughts. So I just wanted to make that note as well. In terms of bread and cheese, Council did approve that we will be going forward. And obviously, it would not be as normal as it would be in the past for bread and cheese. We do have further details coming, and so we ask that you stay tuned in terms of that, because obviously this year, that we have to be innovative and creative in the way that we're going to be doing bread and cheese. Obviously, with the practicing of social distancing and all the measures, safety measures, and obviously with the direction of our public health advisories as well. That we'd be looking towards finalizing those details. Again, you know, we felt that it's not in the sense of more or less, you know, it's about during these tough times, you know, our community needs to continue to come together, and you know, over these weeks we've definitely seen that, and we feel that, you know, this is an opportunity that we can have a little bit of a break away from COVID-19, and that we can still have that togetherness in terms of providing the bread and cheese as well. Again, we need to look to also continuing, we want to say a big thank you and to all of our community members and businesses and organizations for all the donations and in-kind contributions that we've received to date. You know, there have been many members who have stepped up, and businesses that have stepped up, as well as organizations to help with our response to COVID-19, and we really just want to acknowledge and recognize those people. The other area that I wanted to touch on is to continue to thank all of our frontline staff, our nurses, our doctors, our assessment center employees, our call center employees, our security at the checkpoints. As you may not know, today is First Responders Day, so we really want to give them a big shout out and really show them our gratitude for all of their work that they're doing over these past weeks, specific to Six Nations, and again to our response of COVID-19. You know, as scary as COVID is, we are learning so much from it and how we can do better. And I think, you know, we just have to continue to do what we've been doing to maintain our efforts in slowing the spread. Again, you know, I think we've been doing a good job at that, and we need to just continue to maintain that at this time. And again, just and thank you for that piece, Al, in terms of the Six Nations housing financial relief. So again, the Six Nations housing loans and residential rent relief has been extended to May 31st. If you have an existing pre-authorized payment in place, that you must contact the office at 519-445-2235 or email housing_info@sixnations.ca. And again, I just want to thank each and every one of our members for continuing their patience and cooperation with us at this difficult time. Obviously, again, we are continuing to learn from this experience, as again, we have never experienced anything like this at Six Nations. So again, we're learning every day. We're providing to make sure we make the changes necessary that we need to, and again, that we continue to inform our community. So that's the update that I have at this time. Again, I continue to ask everybody to follow our social media platform pages, Facebook, Twitter, as well as continue to visit and listen in online to our radio show programs, again, which will be happening consistently every Friday at 11 a.m. at CKRZ, and every Friday at noon on Jukasa Radio as well. So again, we'll continue to provide updates as they become available, and we just want to continue to say, stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe, and we'll continue to implement Project Protect Our People. Thank you, and Yahweh.
Thank you.